It is January something or other. Days become a little funny on the weekends when I'm not staring into the calendar on a daily basis, reminding myself of what time and day it is. I do know it is 2017. I do know the month is January. I think we've passed January 10th, I want to say. Fucking Valentine's Day is the 14th, 13th, 12th. I'm going to go ahead and say I think today's January 12th. Here it is, 50 seconds into the episode, and I'm just trying to figure out what day it is. Something that could easily be confirmed when I post this. It's a complete waste of time, which is actually a great preface to kind of the direction that this episode is taking. This is episode 11 of Mind Meanderings. I'm going to call this episode The Driver. It's not a very enticing title at first glance, but once I explain, I hope that it'll find a home in some of those that are listening, or a place that feels like home. And maybe one person out there will say, holy shit, I feel this way too. This is exactly how I feel. Yeah. Validation. What I don't hope is that, and shit, this car's coming quick. What I don't hope is that, and these episodes are, this whole podcast is kind of recorded for my daughter, in a sense. They're not all specifically addressed to her. Like, specifically right now, I'm using the word her and not you, so there you have it. But the whole series is, it's kind of like a time capsule for my daughter, because I just don't have the willpower, I guess, to sit down on a routine basis and write my thoughts down. But it takes very, very little discipline to keep an audio recorder in your pocket, and in moments like this, when I'm in transit from A to B, or when I'm having a cigarette at 2 o'clock in the morning, or whenever, that's the point. Whenever time allows and the thoughts strike, it's right here and very easy to pull out and start recording. So, and they're there to kind of, who knows what happens in the future, but I hope that my daughter lives to get older, and I do hope that I'm around when she's older, but if not, and if I am, and my brain has went haywire and I've completely lost track of who I am, this little audio collection of audio time capsules will I hope serve some kind of purpose in reminding her and myself who I be. The driver, as I'm driving, actually right now I'm parking the car, this is, I do hope that Adeline doesn't watch or listen to this in 10 years or 15 years or 20 years and think, fuck, yep, that's me. I want some understanding from people other than my daughter on this subject. I'm laying the information out there for everyone in the world, with the hopes of finding some kind of validation and confirmation that I'm not the only person that feels this way. And I'm also laying it out there with the hopes that my daughter does not confirm it for me, that she is not one of the ones that comes back and says, yes, yep, I'm inflicted with this as well. So what is the infliction? What is the driver? what is this episode about? What is so enticing about the subject matter that lacks in the actual title? Can I fulfill my promise? No, I can't. And that's exactly what the episode is about. I fall short more often than not. And if I'm being 1000% honest with myself, it's a majority of the bad places that I find myself in life. The finger can only be pointed right back at myself. But there's a little caveat to that. There's a little asterisk at the end of that statement. And if you look down at the bottom of the me pamphlet, there's a little asterisk that says, I am not me. And that's what I'm trying to say. Yes, it is me making these decisions, but I feel like I'm a passenger. Oftentimes, more often than not, I feel like I'm a passenger. I feel like I'm a passenger sitting in the passenger seat while there is this driver with absolutely no willpower and no concern for anything other than the present enjoyment and of me and how much I can possibly consume in any given moment, regardless of what my resources are or plans for the future. So right now I just had to borrow $10 from my mom. Yep, $10. There's 24 cents in the checking account. There's $5 because I can't take that out in the savings. We're gonna go to the zoo today. Luckily we have a year membership thanks to Angela's mom. So we've got that. But there's 32 miles till empty in the car. I smoke cigarettes even though I don't want to. And we also need milk. But I already know the decision that I'm going to make. Before I walk into the store that I'm about to go in, I already know that even though we probably need all $10 worth in gas, sure, we definitely need some milk. Yeah. But we also don't have any cigarettes. Fuck. So before I even walk into the store, I know what the right decision is to make. Get a half gallon of milk, put the rest in gas, and suffer through the day with no cigarettes like a big boy. But it's almost like I don't have the choice. Almost like I don't have the choice. It's almost like the decision is made before I even am briefed on the details. So here I go to get a pack of cigarettes and put the rest in gas. Give me 1 second. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey, how's it going? Did I get a pack of Marlboro Slates? Just one today. Want to do the rest on number 2, please. What was that, $5? Alrighty. Have a good one. Ah, fuck. So, $4.75. That should help me not worry about how we're gonna get anywhere for a few hours. Oh, fucking minute to minute. But I'm not worried about that right now, because right now, gas is not something to worry about. Right now, we have what we need to get where we need to go for now. And that's pretty much how I go through life, is one bad decision after another. Alright, why the fuck are they telling me to pay inside and then paying for those decisions afterwards? So yeah, putting $4.75 into the tank. But I do have a pack of cigarettes, and I'm very excited to pop open and enjoy. And as soon as I get that cigarette, it won't take me long to pump this gas, trust me. And we'll be right back on the road, literally and figuratively. And we'll get this episode going once I get that cigarette lit. Need the cigarette to keep me on point. Alright. 475. Let's see. Let's see what that gives us. It's probably about a 35-mile round trip to the zoo. And we have 71 miles. 71 miles in the car. The car starts beeping low fuel every 5 to 7 miles once it hits 50 miles to empty. So before we even make it to the zoo, it's going to remind me of the bad decision that I've made. Whatever, because fuck does that cigarette taste so good. Sad thing is, I won't share the same enthusiasm for the taste of this cigarette. By the time I'm halfway through with it, I'll already be like, the fuck did I spend money on cigarettes for? This isn't... Whatever. Anyways, got cigarette lit, on the road gas. So, the driver. I don't know when I kinda took a back seat. I think it was... If you ask my mom, she'd probably tell you that it was around 1998, 1999, when I was 15, 16 or whatever, and I took a missions trip to the Philippines. At that point, I came back with a demon attached to me, and since then, I have slowly lost my faith in God, and then shortly following that, everything else, including my faith in myself to do the right thing. But I would dispute that. I know me, I've lived inside of me, and I think the time that I jumped from the driver's seat to the passenger seat was when I broke up with a longtime girlfriend, Tyler, my first serious girlfriend, the first girl that I lived with, the first longest relationship that I had before my wife. And in hindsight, there was not really... I'm sure hindsight is a rose-tinted glasses situation, but in the moment, the bad things can also be magnified just as much as in hindsight the bad things can be looked over. So I guess there's a balance there. But all I'm saying is that I had something good. And that's not, and I want to preface this because my wife listens to some of these, and I don't want her to be under the impression that I have any regrets about anything that has happened in my past, because it's led me to having a beautiful family now. But on a micro level, this just looking at when I switched from driver to passenger, and I let somebody else take over. It was probably about the time that I broke up with Tyler, shortly after that. So we were in like a 5-6 year relationship, and I made this really, really life-altering decision, kind of. This was somebody that I kind of, determined that I was going to spend the rest of my life with, and at the time I was still young, dumb, and naive, and undeservingly confident in any thought or belief or decision that I could conjure up in my brain. I would have the confidence to just jump on it and then see what happened, rather than to weigh out all of the hypotheticals of how it can go in my brain before doing so, which was a great time. Oh man, such a great confidence to breeze through life with. It's fucking paralyzing now you spend your time thinking about every which way a scenario can play out, and before you know it, the opportunity is passed and you've just sat there paralyzed and haven't done anything. And then 6 years has gone by and like, oh man, well, I guess I'm kind of comfortable. Physically, mentally going insane. So I made this really life-altering decision. I decided I'm not going to spend the rest of my life with the first person that I landed on just because she seems okay. There might be much better. I'm going to go. And I went. And I jumped on another ship with this other chick, and she turned out to be one of the worst mistakes of my entire life. No exaggeration. And at that point, I think I became kind of paralyzed in my decision making. In that point, I remember the moment that I was proven dead wrong. It was like a blinding realization. I broke up with Tyler. I got with this other girl. We had sex for the first time, and I shit you not, 30 seconds into having sex, something snapped in my brain where I was like, oh fuck, nope, I was wrong. I didn't want anything else. I was happy where I was. What the fuck did I do? Who am I inside of? And is there any way I can go back? But there wasn't any way that I could go back. Because in order to go back, that would require making another life-altering decision. And at that point, after the realization that I actually had the potential to make a choice that wasn't right, that wouldn't work out in my favor in the long run, that my brain actually had the ability to conjure up ideas that didn't work in my benefit. That was a scary thing to realize. I thought that if I thought it must be in my favor. All I have to do is stick to my plan, and it pans out the way I would like it to. Like I said, young, dumb, naive, and just undeservingly confident in my ability to make decisions and follow through with them. Well, the follow through was easy, but the consequences came hard and quick. And when that happened, that is when I realized, okay, fuck. You never took a driver's test. You know, figuratively speaking. You've spent very little time behind the wheel. What the hell are you doing thinking that you can just call the shots here? And at that point, I kind of jumped into the passenger seat. I put it on autopilot, and it has been that way ever since. Now, on an airplane, at least I would think and hope, autopilot is smarter, more intelligent, more capable of making quick, right decisions based on algorithms that a human brain could never mathematically do. That's the word I couldn't find. They couldn't do in their brain. But in my case, autopilot is a motherfucker. Autopilot is strictly primitive. I want it, and I want it now. I just want to feel good. Autopilot is autopilot is like the core of inside, that it just, all of those primitive instincts, and that's all that it acts on. I need a cigarette now. I need to get off now. I'm hungry now. I want candy now. I want to splurge money that I don't have now. And this is what's been running my show for 7 years. So if you ever hear me complaining about my position in life, like, oh, my teeth are all fucked up, that's because I drink soda, and I live off of coffee, and I chain smoke cigarettes, and I don't have any kind of financial follow-through to accumulate any kind of savings that would allow me to even start making a plan with the dentist to correct my mouth. When you hear me struggling about money problems, same thing. I don't fucking think about tomorrow. I get $10 today. I want a pack of cigarettes. I look at it as a compromise. Well, I got gas. I got $4 in gas, so I deserve a pack of cigarettes. No, I also needed milk. But I'm not coming home with milk. Bad decisions. I'm never thinking about tomorrow. I'm living on autopilot. I feel like I am out of control in every sense of the phrase. So that's how I feel. And I'm pulling up at home. I got a little bit of a cigarette left. But Angela might walk out the front door because she heard the car, and I don't want to look like a weirdo just sitting in here talking to myself. It's weird enough when she comes out and catches me listening to talk radio, someone else talking 10 minutes after I've been in the driveway, but I think it might be stranger to walk out and just find me in here talking to myself. But that's what I'm... That's the driver. The driver is the autopilot that I set myself on when I willingly put myself in the passenger seat to just kind of be a silent observer to all of the atrocities that take place in my life, that my vessel is carrying out, that I've willingly handed over to something that obviously doesn't have my best interest in mind, but I don't know how to get back in the driver's seat. So Adeline, I hope this affliction doesn't find you. I hope you always maintain your willpower and your confidence in your ability to make a rational, smart decision and follow through with it. I hope my lack of self-control, I hope there's a balance there, where instead of you being cursed with the lack of self-control that I feel like I have, and that's the thing, I don't feel like it's a choice when I do something that's not in my best interest. Why the fuck would anybody do that by choice? Why would anybody hurt themselves by choice? It's just it just doesn't feel like a decision when I'm doing something. It doesn't feel like a choice that I'm making, and maybe that's a cop-out. Who the fuck knows? All I know is I hope that you have the self-control that I don't. And if there's anyone out there listening to this and you feel this struggle, please comment, chime in, start a conversation with me. I'd love to dive in a little deeper about how that's affected your life, and I don't know, maybe we could figure out a way to jump back in the driver's seat together. Or maybe you've been there and found a way back to the driver's seat. Tell me how you did it. So that's the episode for today. That is Driver. And I'm done driving now. Again. Literally and figuratively. I'm gonna go back inside. Try not to stress out on how we're gonna get to the zoo and over to family dinner, and still make it to 3 days from now till I get paid on 70 miles in gas and what's now 18 cigarettes left, amongst other things. No fucking milk. But again, this is goddamn the driver. And fuck that dude in the passenger seat who just sits there silently, not even saying anything. Just passive-aggressively bitching about him. Knock that motherfucker out of the driver's seat, David. Fuck are you doing? Alright, have a good Sunday. And, peace to the Middle East. I don't know what the fuck that means. Bye.